How can organizations measure the effectiveness of their learning initiatives and also ensure that they are truly preparing their workforce for the future? So, of course, you had mentioned in the beginning that measuring the impact and measuring the results of the input that is being given to upskilling is important. But how do organizations carry this out on a large scale, and how can this be, again, future?
I believe, a lot of organizations follow varied and different steps to measure their learning progress effectiveness. Some of them are as simple as probably having certain set of KPIs which is established, and KPIs continue to remain a very popular way of measuring, at least for the old age organizations or organizations who are yet to implement the new age technologies of learning, right? You do your pre and post learning assessments to ensure to probably understand where the learner was before the intervention and where the learner has evolved or how the learner has evolved post the intervention. You also evaluate through understanding or probably giving a task to the learner to understand how they are able to complete the task post the learning intervention. You have your post training analytics, which also gives you an insight into the kind of numbers, the kind of learners, how the learner has progressed over a period of time. The old school way that works for me when it comes to your basic learning that I have to do at probably lower levels is the model which is the Kirkpatrick evaluation model, because typically the model focuses on the future or the fireproof aspects of reaction. How do you ensure that the learner is satisfied, and you do it through simple feedback forms. You also gauge an understanding of the topic through the learner by doing a pre and post assessment. You also evaluate if there is a change in the learner behavior post the specific training. And of course, you check if the business objectives are met through linking the corporate learnings to the kind of business results that were expected as a result of the learning. Now, coming to how this has become more evolved, in how we measure the effectiveness is where your AI-based LMS systems, including Courseplay, which go one step further to kind of help certain future needs. So rather than sticking to, this is the kind of learning journey that a learner requires, it also has become more machine learning specific, where you are able to predict future needs, where you are able to, kind of derive future needs, where you are able to kind of understand what is the current learning performance and also understand what has the learning experience been for the learner, right? And these LMS systems also help us ensure that there is a constant updation of learning methodologies, and it helps the learner stay relevant to what is happening across the world. So data analytics possibilities are immense through any LMS platform, and it helps us measure the adoption. It helps us measure the kind of usage that we have, which helps us ensure that the LMS stays effective and relevant, right? And I believe a workforce of the future, which is what every organization now is talking about, right, requires a culture of continuous learning, which means we do need to encourage our employees to regularly take on new challenges and learn new skills. And this helps ensure that your workforce remains more adaptable and remains open to change. And all of this is managed more easily through the systems that we now have in place.
Very rightly said, because